Alright, let's talk about the distance between 2 points. So you might remember from our last unit, we talked about the distance between 2 points. So let's say between A and B, how far is it? We could just simply count 1, 2, 3 over. 3 over, that's the distance between those 2 points. How about between B and C? Well, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's 5 over. And if you wanted to do between A and C, it would be 8. Seems pretty simple, doesn't it? What happens if it's negative 3/4 and 1/4? Well, you could try to do this and go 1, 2, 3, it's 4. But that's not exactly right. It's not 4. So let's look at how we would do this. So luckily these both share the same unit, which makes it easy to do. So when we count, we've got to remember we're counting by fourths. So this would be 1/4, 2/4, 3/4, 4/4, or 1 unit apart. So 3/4, negative 3/4, and 1/4 are 1 unit apart. What about negative 1/2 and 2 1/4? Well, negative 1 1/2 is going to be this way, 1 1/2 units. 2 1/4 would be this way, 2 1/4 units. So how far apart are they? Well, if you look at it, it looks like we can just add those two together, their absolute values, and figure it out. So what is 2 1/4 plus 1 1/2? Well, we need the same units, so we need to change that 1 1/2 to 1 2/4. Now can we add them? What's 1/4 plus 2/4? 3/4. And 2 plus 1 is 3. So they're 3 3/4 units apart. What about this one? It's 1 3/4 units this way, and it's 1/2 of a unit in that same direction, because they're both negative. So how far apart are they? How far is it from here to here? Well, the easiest way would be to subtract their absolute values on this one. So 1 3/4 minus 1/2, which we're going to write as 2/4. We need that common denominator, and we'll get 1 1/4. So they're 1 1/4 units apart. Okay? So you continue to do the same kinds of things. As you're doing these problems, one of the things you're going to notice is they're not all going to be this easy. So if you need a little bit of help with it, just talk to one of us.